Thankfully, Musk is no longer involved in the operation of any of the schools he founded back then. I just checked, and the two schools are running very well. And these are the two AI future schools in the first echelon in the United States, just like Alpha School. Follow Brother Hua and continue to share learning methods and international resources in the AI era. First of all, it is the Ad Astra school that Musk personally incubated that year, which would be called the Planet School in Chinese. This is the private school model he founded for Kigo's son, and it was actually at home at first, and then it had a campus at SpaceX's headquarters in California, and then it moved to the Texas campus in Texas, and changed places twice. Up to now, the enrollment has been limited to 50 students, most of whom are the children of SpaceX executives. Students are 3 to 9 years old, and the tuition fee is $20,000 a year. The biggest feature of Planet School is the completion of middle school, which gives 180 minutes of immersive exploration content from 8:30 to 11:30 every morning, mainly woodworking, programming, and rocket design. The PBL program focuses on teamwork, with a 90-minute quiet creative break after the lunch break. Each child independently delves into the things he or she is interested in, and the teacher only acts as a coach to stimulate the children's interest. The potential is wide, and the child's goal of exploring the future is compared to the domestic curriculum of 45 and multiplied by 8 lessons. And the model of the Planet School is difficult to learn. In fact, Musk is actually declaring war on traditional American education. That is, ability is more important than knowledge. The good news is the Planet School team. And then, made a new school, online future school. The name is Astronova School. Chinese can be translated as emerging school. The emerging school is mainly for young people between the ages of 10 and 14, and children from all over the world, including China, can also enroll. This is an AI future school. How is it classed? First of all, the school has 4 modules of thematic courses every day, covering the learning ethics of the project, team games, etc. For example, the topic of the ethical puzzle module. This is one of their star projects, for example. A topic is AI, becoming a referee in the World Cup. Is it appropriate? In response to this topic, the class began in 4 steps. The first step of the class is to introduce a video. Students will watch an animated video first. And the second step is to discuss the sublet, and the students will analyze the situation together in small groups and explore from multiple perspectives. If you were the decision maker, how to choose. The third step is debriefing and debating. Representatives of all ethnic groups presented their plans to the class and responded to the questions of other group members, and the teacher and students gave feedback. The fourth step is to reflect on the record. Students should write a journal of reflection and review after class, even the reflection of values, the formation of everyone's learning profile as an AI future school. The emerging school for the AI agent is the world's largest K-12 driving school communication platform, and the name of the assistance in the development is called the Problem AI Teacher Input Scenario Description. What about the system? Generative artificial intelligence will be used to immediately construct grayscale problems from multiple scenarios and angles, and guide students to explore. Now, the module of ethical problems has become a fifth course project of the school, which is an emerging school. From video viewing to group deduction to reflection on values. You may ask, don't you learn subject knowledge? Learned, but all mastered invisibly. When Musk ran the school, he said that traditional American schools memorize so much subject knowledge and waste too much time for children. So now the two schools, whether they are offline planetary schools or online emerging schools, are all educational concepts that start with the end in mind. They're all compressing the content of subject learning so that children can win at the finish line, not the starting line. Follow first principles to develop real people for the world. Astronova School is an emerging school that can be signed up by children aged 10 to 14 in China. In addition to live online classes and collaborative projects, there are also 3 offline performances per year. If you're interested, you can leave me a message because I have tutored our junior business school students who have successfully applied for tuition. It's $33,000 a year, which is 2,440,000 yuan, even if you don't apply. Take a look or listen, I will share. Admission interview questions for emerging schools can also be very helpful. The typical topic in it is their FIST project, which is the ethical puzzle project. For example, one of these problems is called the chocolate factory problem. Kids, they'll watch an animation about a very famous chocolate company called Astra Sweet, which produces some of the best chocolates in the world. But what about the recipe list for this chocolate? It was an employee named Nova, and this recipe sheet he invented is currently top secret. And what about now? Nova wants to start her own chocolate factory called Nova Sweet. So can Nova do it? Is the top secret formula invented by Extra Sweet used in the products of the company he is about to start? You see, you think the topic is very simple, but the child's inquiry-based learning is very worthwhile, and it can fully mobilize the child's enthusiasm and initiative. The emerging school accepts applications at any time. However, it is also based on the academic year, with 2 application deadlines each year, October 15th and April 15th. January and August are the 2 times to start applying. Focus on it. In addition to the most important, I mentioned above in the way of using video, in addition to responding to a speculative problem, the school also needs to interview parents, but without video interviews, parents can write a letter to share your own family education philosophy. What kind of person do you want your child to become? Although under the guidance of the domestic high school entrance examination, most children are still exam-oriented, but the twin schools incubated by Musk are still very worthy of our Chinese parents and Chinese educators to think about in the AI era. First, with the help of AI problem-oriented learning, Learning will make children's learning more efficient, and every parent can actually guide their children to do so, even if you are a subject other than language and mathematics. Second, interest drives cross-learning and learning, and you can spend a little time with your child every week. Let him use AI to explore his interests and hobbies independently, without registering for classes, saving money, but is more fun and can also learn knowledge. Thirdly, if possible, peer learning with a study group, whether it's subject learning or interest development, will be twice the result with half the effort. Musk said in an interview that education should not be about exam rankings, and we do not reward children who place first in exams, but children who dare to ask why they have to take exams. I hope that our education in China can leave a small piece of starry sky for children to explore independently in the era of AI.